Hello, I am Colin from Hong Kong. This is a podcast about my daily food choices and how they impact the world. I am a person who eats any kind of food with any nutrition. My consumption of vegetable to meat ratio is balanced. Over the past 2 weeks, I've been recording every food that I consume in a diary. Through the data, I found out that I tend to have a higher traditional to processed food ratio because of my habits of eating less snacks. I usually eat more during the main meal so I do not have to resort myself to superfluous artificially processed snacks. Though traditional foods seem to need more outside processes like freezing and refrigerating to keep them fresh, while most processed foods have already been given chemicals that preserve them. My food choices impact the world greatly in many aspects. First, my health and behavior. Because I eat more fresh and nutritious foods instead of processed foods, I am more immune to diseases. I can consume an abundance of nutrients from fresh foods, while processed foods are harmful and need a lot to get enough nutrition. Not only am I more healthy, fresh foods can change my behavior. I can be more focused during class and exposed less to delinquent actions. Second, my choice of eating so many imported foods. I personally think that it is not the best aspect to talk about since about 90% of Hong Kong's foods are imported. My choices for for local foods are scarce. Almost 85% of my foods are imported from other countries, such as Japan. This means that I am a contribution to carbon emissions that cause global warming since the food has to be transported from thousands of kilometers to reach my hand. Almost 10% of my carbon footprint are from the choices of food. Quite a number of my carbon footprint is from meat consumption as well. It appears that eating meat leaves a huge carbon footprint. We humans must be quite lunatic to keep doing this, knowing that it does not sustain the food system and ecology. Because of transportation, imported foods are usually charged more than local food products. That country can develop a better economy while Hong Kong's economy depletes or stays the same. Eating imported foods Eating imported foods affects my health as well as because they are less fresh. Many preservatives are also added so that foods do not expire before it reaches the destination, and they go from organic to a large notch down. Crops are unable to be eaten at their ripest. It results in a decrease in nutrition given. It can be shown that my food choices alone can have such great impacts towards my health and behavior, ecology, and the economy. Imagine if everyone were to have my food habits and choices. To improve my food choices, I need to eat locally and reduce myself to eating to less processed foods. Though some possibilities are limited because of the environment I live in that have a paucity of necessities. Instead of importing my meat from Australia or the US, I should get them from closer places such as China. Instead of eating locally, the better solution would be to buy imported food from bordering or nearby countries. This way, less carbon emissions are created for transporting products and can reduce traffic in the sky or on land. Foods also do not have to be transported too far to be distributed in supermarkets. Less preservations are needed. The food is more fresh and more organic. More nutrition is provided. My meat consumption should be moderate so that it does not let out too much carbon emissions. I should limit snacks to the least possible. They have plenty of harms that overlap its minimal benefits. I do not have to waste my appetite on foods that are just as filling but are not as nutritional. A high possibility would be that my academics will benefit from the change because I am more concentrated. Even though eating more traditional food may require more storage and processes like refrigeration and cooking, but it should be done for the sake for my own health. If I follow these three changes, I am sure that my food choices will have a less negative impact on the world. It can also sustain enough resources and the ecology for future generations. I wish to encourage everyone to follow my instructions and habits so that we can protect the world that is already contaminated. It is not too late. For your health, for your failure, for your earth. Thank you.